ever said something or done something that made you regret it later on? Did you ever say to yourself that I should not be behaving this way, I shouldn't be doing this, but you had no control over yourself and you did it? Have you ever indulged in habits that you really don't want to indulge in? Do you have fears? Certain fears that you know are irrational, but every time you think of doing something, that fear pops up. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a very, very amazing and simple technique, NLP technique, known as the Swish pattern. Swish pattern is one of the simplest techniques that you can learn that you can use immediately to be able to change certain things in your mind and get different results in different situations. So stay tuned till the end of the video, because I'm going to be telling you not only about what a Swish pattern, how to use it, but I'm actually going to take you through the process of using the Swish pattern and tell you about other techniques that can be used with the Swish pattern. Hi, I'm Shenoy Manek, and I am an NLP master trainer and a transformation coach. And in the last 19 years, I have worked with thousands of individuals to be able to transform their life by changing their inner self. I'm a master in the science of Neuro-Linguistic Programming, which works by reprogramming your subconscious mind and rewiring the way you are, your habits, your behaviors, your emotions. Many times in our life, we do certain habits like maybe nail biting, or some people have a habit of eating too much, or some people have public speaking fear. We do behaviors that are disempowering to us. We know they're not good for us, but we absolutely have no control over it because it is all automated, right? So whenever you want to change the way you're thinking or the way you're feeling or the way you are doing a certain behavior, it needs to be changed inside, within, in your subconscious mind. Now, I have made other videos. For example, I made a video in which I spoke about how NLP really works. In that, I have spoken about how NLP changes things at a sub-modalities level. And that is how the Swish pattern actually works. So if you want to, after this video, go back and watch that, how NLP really works. So you will get to know the different ways in which neuro-linguistic programming brings about a change in the subconscious level. I've also made another video recently about 3 NLP techniques that nobody will talk about. In that, I talk about how internal behavior is completely proportional to external behavior, which means that you got to make the change first in your mind's eye, and then only you can change it on the outside. So if you, in your mind, you are nervous and you want to eat junk food, or you look at public and you're getting really afraid, then you can pretend on the outside and try to be confident, but unless your internal behavior changes, your external behavior is not going to change, right? Swish pattern as a technique works more at one of the levels of submodalities. So let us imagine a situation where you, let us say, are you're afraid of dealing with conflicts, and every time you think of facing up to any situation, you tend to just avoid it because you don't know how to deal with that situation. So when you are talking about any such disempowering behavior, what may be happening in your mind that's leading you to do this disempowering behavior? There are 3 things that could be happening within you. 1, you are looking at a disempowering image in your mind's eye, a picture in your mind's eye. So what you see in your mind's eye may be very disempowering. So you're seeing yourself as not being able to deal with the situation, or you're seeing yourself as being rejected, or you're seeing yourself getting afraid, right? Second thing that may be happening is that you're hearing things in your mind's eye. So you're actually hearing people say things or rejecting you, or you are hearing yourself say, do negative self-talk. Or the third thing is that you may be feeling some emotions within you, like fear or rejection. So the feeling actually is a result of what you see in your mind and what you're telling yourself. So if you're seeing disempowering things in your mind and you are saying or you're hearing disempowering things, you're feeling disempowering emotions. Does that make sense to you? So the Swish pattern actually works at the seeing level. It does not work at the other 2 levels. It does not work at the hearing level or at the feeling level. It is working purely on the image in your mind's eye. What are the applications of the Swish pattern? The Swish pattern is such a versatile tool that it can be used as a supporting tool with many other NLP techniques. For example, it can be used with the new behavior generator. It can be used with the Photoshop method. It can be used with the circle of excellence. It can be used with so many other techniques because it is very quick and effective. If you want to give up addictions and cravings, if you want to overcome fears and phobias, if you want to remove any disempowering behavior and you want to place an empowering behavior in its place, it can change anything as long as it's an image in your mind's eye. If it's about changing an image, Swish pattern is the way to go. However, if anything is deeper than that, only Swish pattern is not going to work for you. For example, if you, let us say, are working on a fear, okay, and if you're working only on the image, yes, the fearful image is going to change. But what if there is self-talk? What if there are emotions involved? In that case, you will need to use other NLP techniques along with Swish pattern to get the best results. So only Swish pattern, which is more at a superficial level, it works at more of an image level, not at a more deep-rooted level, may not work in all situations. However, in smaller situations where you're getting a disempowering image in your mind and you just want to change it instantly, in that case, Swish pattern works wonders with you. If you're enjoying this video, please type in "I am enjoying" in the comment section so I know you're enjoying, and please click the like button so that this video can reach more and more people. How do you use the Swish pattern? Okay, so first thing to recognize before you're using the Swish pattern is what are you seeing in your mind's eye? What is that mental image that's coming to your mind's eye? So let's say you're afraid of going into interviews, because every time you think of going into an interview, in your mind's eye, all you can see is failure. All you can see is freezing and not being able to talk, and you see an image of yourself failing when you think of an interview. Now, if that is the way you're looking at it, there is no way you're going to succeed in an interview. You've got to first change your mental image to be able to succeed. Does that make sense? So what do you do in the Swish pattern? So let us understand the Swish pattern in concrete steps. The first step is to identify what image comes to your mind's eye. Once you're able to identify that image, the second step is to dissociate with that image, which means that you need to imagine that it's happening in a screen, in a movie. It's as though you're imagining that scene of you in the interview with the interviewer in a screen outside of you. When you're imagining, you should not be inside that image in that interview room getting rejected. If it's that way, just push it out and imagine putting it inside a screen. Once you put it inside the screen and you're able to see yourself and the interviewer, and you are doing a bad job in that interview, that's what you're seeing right now. You're failing, or you're not able to answer, or you're getting rejected. That's what you're seeing in the screen right now. So once you put that image inside the screen, in your mind's eye, in your imagination, you're going to imagine that at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, there is another small screen. Have you seen that there are sometimes the screen within a screen, right? On your laptop or in the television. So imagine that there is a little screen at the bottom of the big screen. So in your mind's eye, you're seeing one big screen, the way you are doing the behavior today, or the way you're visualizing doing the behavior today in a disempowering. And the bottom left-hand corner, there will be a small screen of how you want to do that behavior. You see a small screen which is vivid in its colors, it's colorful, and it's vibrant and it's energetic. And in that little screen, you're confident and you're doing a great job and you're answering perfectly and you are being wise, and you have all the resources that you need in that little screen. And in this big screen, which is dull and which is not empowering, where you're doing the disempowering behavior. Then what you do, and if you can do it with me right now. You can actually take the disempowering image, put it in the screen. Maybe it's an image you're fearful of, or if it's an image of a bad habit that you do, or it's an image of a behavior that you don't know how to do. Any disempowering image, put it in that screen. And at the bottom left-hand corner, imagine you doing that behavior. Like if it's a fear of darkness, in the big screen, you're getting scared. But in the little screen, you're strong and you're energetic and you are wise and you are patient and you are courageous. That makes sense to you? And what you do next is using your hands, and remember, you got to use your body as much as possible, and that's what gives the brain a signal to make the change. Okay? Using your hand, you're going to expand this little screen and you're going to superimpose it, make it big and superimpose it on top of the old image. And the sound that we use in NLP is whoosh. Okay, So that's why it's called a swish pattern. The sound is whoosh. So you go whoosh and expand this little screen, put it in front of the, superimpose it on top of the old screen, and do it again and again, expand this again and again, and you go whoosh, whoosh. Do it with me right now. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Till you're able to see only the empowering screen. Now you've expanded it so many times that the old screen must no longer be visible, and only the new, empowering, vivid, colorful, energetic, strong, courageous image is visible to you. And next time you think about the disempowering behavior, your brain has got conditioned to bring this new screen in front of it. So every time you think of the old thing, even if you try to think of it, this new image will automatically pop in front of your mind's eye, which means that now you're no longer able to visualize yourself as scared or nervous or afraid, but you are now seeing in your mind's eye a picture of yourself which is maybe wise and bold and confident and assertive and all those things that you want to be. Does it make sense to you? Isn't that amazing? And if you did this along with me, you can see that it works. However, like I always tell you all, a single tool or technique may not be the solution to all your problems. It may not bring 100% solution to any one thing. So you got to learn ways in which you will use these NLP techniques as a combination, because these are all tools and you don't always use one tool, you use multiple tools to get the best results. So you got to learn to use them, use multiple tools together. So the Photoshop method, I'm going to leave the link to the Photoshop method, the new behavior generator, and any other relevant techniques that go along with the Swish pattern in the description below. So ensure that you're watching those videos and learning those techniques as well, so that you're getting the best results. However, folks, I have always said this to you all, that it's not enough to just watch videos and learn a science, because you've got to learn it completely. You've got to immerse yourself to be able to really transform from within. Yes, you can change a lot of things just by watching my videos, and I'm certain about it. However, if you're serious about changing your life, if you're serious about really learning NLP and getting skilled in NLP, then you really need to attend the longer workshops. But I do masterclasses quite often, free masterclasses, where you'll get to know much more in detail than in these videos about what's NLP, how it can transform your life, what you need to do to learn neuro-linguistic programming properly and become great at it. So I'm going to leave a link to my upcoming masterclass as well, so that you can click on that and you can register and attend a live online masterclass. And consider always learning something with a coach so that you can get good at it. So thank you very much, everybody. Very quickly, let me read a comment. Khushi Ki Baatein, this channel writes, very nice to hear your experiences. I am following your channel and I'm experiencing magic all the way in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Khushi, what a lovely comment. Thank you so much for commenting. And folks, if you have any questions about your life, about anything you feel stuck with or confused about, or about neuro-linguistic programming, please type in your question. I will either answer it in the comments or I will answer it in one of my upcoming videos. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I had a wonderful time and I'm going to see you all very soon in another video. Bye-bye.